woman I killed was wearing my face. The sound of my own footsteps wasn't the only one following me to the hotel. I could hear another set, scuffing on the dead leaves a half step behind my own. Deliberate. I didn't turn around. You never turn around. I just pushed through the revolving glass doors and into the lobby. Empty. Of course. Even the concierge desk was abandoned. A little sign, handwritten in a shaky script, sat propped against the bell. Be back another day. A cold rock settled in my gut. I pressed the button for the elevator. Waited. The silence in the lobby was thick, heavy. I could feel eyes on me from the shadowed corners. The potted ferns seemed to watch me breathe. A soft ding announced its arrival. The brass doors slid open, a perfect, waiting mouth. I stepped inside. The ascent began. It was wrong from the start. Not a smooth glide, but a thick, syrupy crawl. The floor numbers on the display seemed to sweat under the dim light, changing with a liquid slowness. 1, then a long pause. 2, my ears popped. Not from the altitude, but from a pressure building inside my own skull. A low hum started, a vibration I felt in my teeth. It grew into a high-pitched whine, a dentist drill boring right into my brain. My vision swam. Is this it? Is this the new technique? Some kind of sonic weapon? Clever bastards. The elevator shuddered to a halt. Ding. Floor 13, Anja's floor. I stumbled out, leaning against the wall. The whine in my head faded to a dull throb. The wallpaper was a dizzying damask pattern, gold on black. The longer I looked, the more the swirls and flourishes resolved themselves into watching eyes, hundreds of them. The carpet was a deep red, so plush it swallowed the sound of my shoes. The air smelled of ozone, burnt electronics. Her door, room 3013, I knocked. She opened it. God, Anja. A ghost in a black silk robe. Casimir, she said, her voice a low murmur. You're late. I had company. A small smile played on her lips. He won't be a problem anymore. The elevator has a new security feature. He took the car right after you. She stepped aside to let me in. My heart was a frantic bird beating against my ribs. A flash of memory, us in Prague, her hand on my gun, the warmth of it seeping through my coat, the smell of gunpowder, and her perfume in the winter air. Don't worry, she said, her fingers tracing the line of my jaw. It just scrambles the signal. Permanently. Her apartment was as stark as she was. Black and white. No clutter. Nothing personal. We moved together, a familiar dance. Her scent was jasmine, but there was something else underneath it. Something sharp and sterile. Antiseptic. I pulled her close and kissed her. The taste was wrong. A chemical tang, like latex and cleaning fluid on my tongue. My blood went cold. This isn't right. My hand cupped her face, my thumb stroking her cheek, and I felt it, not skin. The texture was too smooth, too perfect. My fingers dug in, just a little, right below her ear. There was a ridge, a seam. A fucking seam. I didn't think, I just reacted. My hands were on her throat, squeezing. She made a muffled plastic sound, a doll's gasp. Anja, I choked out, tears burning my eyes. What did they do to you? With one hand still on her throat, I hooked my fingers under the seam at her jawline and pulled. Hard. It came away with a wet, tearing sound. I looked at the face underneath the mask, and I threw up on the floor. It was my face. My own goddamn face, wide with terror, suffocating in my own hands. I let go. The body, the thing wearing my face, collapsed. I scrambled backwards, ripping at my own cheeks, my nails searching for a flaw, a lie. I found it. A matching seam, tucked behind my ear. I tore it off. My own mask. Stumbling into her bathroom, I stared into the mirror. Anja's face stared back. Her eyes, her mouth, her terror. All of it plastered onto my skull. I was her. She was me. I just murdered myself. Or I murdered her. Who was the asset? Who was the target? I ran. Down the stairs, skipping them two at a time, bursting out of the service exit and into the biting wind. The city lights were a meaningless smear. My mind was a collapsing building. I fumbled for my comms piece, a desperate animal need to report, to ask, to scream, who the fuck am I? I pressed the transmit button. The only answer was a deafening roar of static, a sound like a billion dying suns screaming all at once, directly into my head.